All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into a world that pushes the very boundaries of the known, a place of unimaginable danger and tantalizing promise. We're talking about the infamous Dark Continent from the Hunter x Hunter universe.
It's more than just a place, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like a concept, almost.
Yeah. How so?
Well, it represents the ultimate boundary, between what we see as civilization and just pure, untamed chaos, the unknown.
Right.
And what's truly striking, I think, is how it just weaves together all this scientific intrigue, these raw supernatural forces, and some really deep philosophical questions, too, about humanity.
Totally. It's the ultimate what if.
Exactly. Playing out on this massive global scale.
Absolutely. Think of it as the ultimate challenge, the final frontier, not just for our hunters, but like for everyone, for humanity.
Yeah, definitely.
So our mission today is to unpack the sheer scale of its perils, the audacious motivations driving this current expedition.
Audacious is one word for it. Reckless, maybe.
Yeah, maybe both. And the deadly power plays unfolding at the same time. It's a lot.
It is.
So if you've ever felt kind of overwhelmed by super complex fictional world, or you just wanted to quickly get the key points of this huge story without reading like hundreds of chapters.
Which, let's be honest, can take a while.
Exactly. Then this deep dive is absolutely for you. We'll try and give you the shortcuts to understanding this epic undertaking.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
So let's start with the absolute basics. Just for anyone new or maybe needing a quick refresher, what exactly is this Dark Continent, and like where does it even fit into the Hunter x Hunter world we thought we knew?
Okay, yeah. So the first thing that really throws you off is how the whole world map gets completely redefined.
Right, that blew my mind.
Yeah. For ages, the known world, where Gon and Kahlua and Kurapika, all their adventures happened. We just assumed that was, well, the whole planet.
Yep.
But nope, it turns out it's just a collection of islands. Pretty small ones, relatively speaking. Yeah. And here's the kicker. They're not floating in an ocean. They're in the middle of this colossal body of water called Lake Mobius.
Lake Mobius.
Right.
Just a gigantic lake.
Gigantic doesn't even cover it. It just flips everything you thought you knew completely upside down.
Wow. Okay, so the world we followed for so long is just this archipelago in a massive lake. That's wild.
Totally wild.
So what's around the lake then? What surrounds Lake Mobius? Is that the Dark Continent?
You got it. The landmass that surrounds Lake Mobius in every direction, stretching out like seemingly forever. That's the true world.
The true world.
And yeah, it's ominously named the Dark Continent, precisely because we know so little about it, despite its, unbelievable size.
Makes sense. Dark as an unknown.
Exactly. It's depicted as this primordial land. There's speculation it's the actual birthplace of humanity, maybe even countless magical beasts.
Whoa, like Eden, but terrifying.
Kinda, yeah. The idea is that early humans probably ventured from this huge, untamed land into the safer, smaller islands of the known world.
Huh. So we basically fled the mainland for the islands.
That's the theory. Our familiar setting is like a refuge, almost.
And it's definitely not a welcoming place, this Dark Continent, is it? We're talking seriously hostile territory.
Oh, far from welcoming. It's anything but hospitable. The landscapes are just wildly unpredictable. They seem to ignore any normal rules of geography.
Like what?
Well, you could have scorching deserts right next to, like, dense, suffocating jungles, and then suddenly these vast, misty plains stretching out forever.
Crazy.
And it's not just the terrain. The actual forces of nature there. They seem to actively defy reality. They threaten to just overwhelm and crush anyone who steps foot there.
Yikes.
And as if that wasn't enough, there's another layer of danger before you even get there.
Before you even land.
Yeah. You have to cross the far ocean boundary. These are the waters closest to the Dark Continent frontier, and they are incredibly dangerous. The journey itself is perilous right from the start. It's a real gauntlet.
Okay, so environment wants to kill you, journey wants to kill you. But people have still tried to go there before, right? This Kakin expedition isn't the first attempt.
Oh, absolutely not. Historically, there have been, get this, 149 recorded attempts to explore the Dark Continent.
149? That's a lot of attempts.
It is. But here's the really sobering part. Only 5 of those expeditions returned with any survivors at all.
5 out of 149.
5. That works out to a survival rate of like 0.04%.
0.04%.
Yeah. It just hammers home the immense, almost suicidal level of danger involved. It's truly a graveyard of ambition.
That's staggering, almost incomprehensible. So what went wrong? What made nearly all those attempts so catastrophic? Was it just the environment or specific things?
That's the crucial question, right? And the answer is specific things. Each of the 5 expeditions that did return brought back information about a different, incredibly dangerous threat.
Okay.
These are what they call the 5 great calamities.
The calamities, right. Sounds ominous.
Oh, it is. And what's even scarier is that some of these calamities actually managed to get inside the known world.
They brought them back.
Sometimes, yeah. Or they followed. It caused widespread disaster. Turns out the V5, 5 big, powerful countries in the known world, each of them funded a different voyage to the DC, and each time they ran into and sometimes brought back a different calamity.
Oh, wow. So they're kind of responsible in a way.
You could argue that.
Yeah.
Given how disastrous these outcomes were, the V5 eventually signed this strict treaty, basically saying nobody goes to the Dark Continent anymore, period.
To stop more calamities getting out.
Exactly. To protect the known world from these existential threats.
But there's a catch, isn't there, about even getting there in the first place, even with the treaty. It's not just a matter of sailing across Lake Mobius.
No, it's way more complicated and frankly kind of sinister.
How so?
To even access the Dark Continent, explorers have to consult these figures. They're called gatekeepers.
Gatekeepers, okay, like bouncers for a continent.
Sort of, but way more mysterious. They're described as like mythical beasts who can travel between both worlds. Or maybe just these really enigmatic people who control entry. They can act as guides, help you get there.
But there's always a but.
Always a but. In return for passage, sometimes they force the expedition to bring something back.
Bring something back? Like souvenirs?
No.
Yeah.
Like a dangerous creature, like one of the calamities.
What? They force you to bring a calamity into the known world.
Surely, yes. It's this terrifying, like, Faustian bargain.
That's insane. The price of admission is potentially unleashing Armageddon.
Pretty much. The very act of trying to get knowledge or power from this forbidden place could end up destroying the place you came from.
Okay, so death, destruction, near-zero survival rate, risk of bringing back world-ending monsters. Really, really makes you wonder, why would anyone still want to go? What possible allure makes that horrifying price seem worth it?
It's the ultimate gamble, isn't it? High risk, but potentially unimaginably high reward.
What kind of rewards are we talking?
The big ones. Unimaginable power, limitless knowledge, riches beyond comprehension. Think about what humanity could gain.
Like?
Unlocking new technologies that could just completely change civilization. Discovering totally new species with, like, incredible abilities we haven't even dreamed of. Or maybe even harnessing the continent's own supernatural forces. The potential rewards are just. They're effectively limitless. Enough to tempt anyone, really. The most cautious person, or, as we're seeing now, the most ruthless.
And the manga gives some pretty specific, kind of mind-blowing examples of these returns, right? It's not just vague treasure.
Oh, yeah, they do. And they paint this picture of discoveries that would totally rewrite everything.
Get this, the unmanned rock.
Right, a mineral that can provide enough energy for whole nations. Like a tiny bead of it.
Yeah.
Could power 20,000 kilowatts. Enough for, what, 6,500 homes? From one bead?
It's insane. Energy crisis solved?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Then there's metalion, this, like, alchemical plant. It can change the chemical properties of any element. So yeah, turning copper into gold may be possible.
Alchemy is real there. Okay.
And nitro rice, supposedly the secret to longevity, like massively slowing down aging.
Immortality leap.
Kinda, yeah. And 3 primitive water, which is supposedly the source of all liquids. It can turn into anything, gasoline, acid, you name it.
Okay, that's getting into God-level stuff.
Right. And there's even mention of an all-curing herb in this place called Labyrinth City.
An herb that cures everything.
That's the legend. These are the kinds of things that drive people to risk literally everything. Their lives, their sanity. Because the payoff could change the world.
It really is the ultimate test then. Not just physically surviving, but it's almost existential.
Yeah.
It forces people to confront their deepest desires and how much they're willing to sacrifice for them.
Absolutely. No matter how steep the price.
So, okay. For 200 years, this V5 treaty forbids anyone from going. Everyone kind of accepts the Dark Continent is off limits. Then suddenly the Kakin Empire just goes, you know what? Screw that. We're going. What changed? Why now?
Right. It seems like it came out of nowhere. But the Kakin Empire, and specifically its ruler, King Nasubi Hugwaru, he played the long game.
How so?
Crucially, Kakin deliberately avoided signing that original V5 treaty 200 years ago.
Ah, so they weren't technically bound by it. Clever.
Very clever. So they had an out.
Yeah.
And then Isaac Netero died.
The hunter chairman.
Exactly. He was a major deterrent. He'd personally forbidden his own son, Beyond, from ever going back. With Netero gone, King Tsubi sought his chance. A power vacuum, maybe.
Makes sense. And what were his stated reasons, though, publicly?
Oh, the usual grand ambitions, securing those amazing resources we just talked about, and, maybe more importantly for a guy like him, ensuring his place in history.
Legacy.
Totally. Creating a new society, a new world, a new continent, all about being remembered.
But, as always with this story, there's a much darker hidden agenda, isn't there? It's not just about glory and resources, not even close.
Oh, absolutely not. The real objective, it's utterly chilling.
Lay it on me.
The entire voyage, all the fanfare, the huge ship,
Yeah.
it's all just an elaborate, brutal cover.
A cover for what?
For a succession war among his 14 children.
14 kids fighting to the death.
Pretty much a royal battle royale taking place in this perfectly sealed environment. The giant black whale #1 passenger ship.
On the ship itself, during the voyage.
Exactly. And those 200,000 ordinary passengers, the king himself calls them sacrifices.
Sacrifices.
Yeah. Their presence provides the perfect cover-up for all the royal assassinations that are bound to happen. And it's a way to legitimize whoever wins the most ruthless survivor is the rightful heir.
That's horrifying.
It gets worse. He actually built 14 graves for his kids before they even set sail.
No.
Yes. And there's this subtle hint that the 14th grave might be for himself. It's this calculated, macabre Game of Thrones where the stakes are literally life and death.
Okay, wow. So the V5, the original Big Five countries, they must have been furious when Kakin announced this.
Oh, they were. Initially, dead set against it.
Mm-hmm.
They even ordered the Hunter Association to capture Beyond Netero, Isaac's son, because he was involved.
Right, because he'd been there before.
Exactly. So they went from absolutely not, we'll stop you, to suddenly inviting Kakin to join them, making it the V6. How does that happen?
Yeah, that seems like a massive U-turn.
It's pure realpolitik. Cold, hard calculation.
Meaning?
The V5 realized Kakin was dead serious. They were going, no matter what, trying to stop them forcefully. That probably meant all-out war.
A war they didn't want.
Exactly. So the thinking shifted. If you can't beat them, join them. But crucially, join them on your terms.
Ah, okay. Control from the inside.
Precisely. They offered Kakin membership, expanding to V6. This let the original 5 supervise the whole expedition via the Hunter Association. They made sure Kakin paid for everything. And they still get a cut of any profits from discoveries. It's about control, minimizing risk to themselves, and maximizing potential gain. Pretty cynical, but effective politics.
And this whole fake continent plan, this is perfectly into managing the risk, right? It's genius in a sneaky way.
Totally. It's basically a massive deception. The public, the regular passengers on the Black Whale, they're told they're going to the Dark Continent to colonize.
But they're not?
Nope. They're being diverted to a much safer, uninhabited island. It's actually just in the far ocean boundary, closer, less dangerous. A decoy.
The decoy continent.
Pretty much. The real expedition, the one with the pros hunters, Beyond's team, that's the one that will actually try to reach the true Dark Continent after dropping off the decoys.
So it keeps the masses safe and ignorant.
And prevents any really valuable or really dangerous discoveries from falling into just anyone's hands. It protects people from the true horrors, basically. It's all about control.
Control and deception seems to be a theme here.
A big one.
Okay, let's talk about Beyond Netero, Isaac's son. He's central to this whole Kakin venture, isn't he?
Absolutely pivotal. And yeah, he's been there before. About 50 years ago.
And that trip didn't end well.
Not at all. He was leading an expedition for the Kukanyu Kingdom. They were after Metalion, that alchemy plant.
Right.
But most of his team got hit by the Zobi disease. Nasty stuff.
We'll get to Zobe later, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, Isaac Netero was so freaked out by what happened, he forbade Beyond from ever going back. Until Isaac himself died.
And now Isaac's dead?
And Beyond is back. He announced his plans to the whole world, basically forced everyone's hand, revealed the Dark Continent's existence publicly. Yeah, he kicked this whole thing off.
And his motivations, they're different from his dad's, right? Not just exploration for knowledge.
Very different. Isaac was often about, duty, knowledge, the challenge. Beyond, it seems much more about personal power. Control.
He wants to claim it.
Yeah, be the first to properly explore and claim the Dark Continent. Establish a new world order, maybe, where the strong rule. He even let himself get captured initially.
Right, to smooth things over with a V5 and Kakin.
Exactly. But it's all part of a bigger plan. He fully intends for his own elite team, including guys like Periston Hill, to break him out mid-voyage.
So they can go off on their own.
Yep. For the real Dark Continent without V6 oversight. Do things his way.
And there's that really wild theory about him and the Kakin princes, that he's manipulating the succession war too.
It's pretty dark, but it fits his character. The theory suggests he's playing an even deeper game.
Like how?
Well, it's heavily implied he has kids among the 14 Kakin princes.
He does. Who?
Longi and Makaha are named specifically. And the theory goes that he, cursed them somehow to act as human sacrifices to take out specific targets in the war.
Cursed his own kids.
Allegedly. And maybe awaken their nen when they were babies to make them strong contenders.
Okay, that's next level manipulation. What's the end game there?
The speculation is he wants one of his kids to win. Maybe even someone like Seridnich. Or the baby, Wobble.
Why?
If his child is the next king of Kakin, Beyond gets easy, guaranteed access to the Dark Continent. Forever. It secures his influence over everything.
Man, the layers in this story. Okay, where does Jing fit in? Gon's dad. He's on Beyond's team, but you just know he's got his own thing going on.
Oh, absolutely. Jing freaks, 2-star hunter, but everyone knows he's easily 3-star level. He's driven by pure, insatiable curiosity. Just wants to know things.
So why join Beyond?
He definitely has ulterior motives. A big one seems to be keeping an eye on, and probably thwarting, Periston Hill's schemes.
Ah, the Jing versus Periston dynamic continues.
Always. Jing is incredibly sharp. He figured out Periston's plan to use 5,000 chimera ant hybrids, basically.
Right, the ones Periston was incubating.
Yeah, to have them take the hunter exam and basically infiltrate and control the association from within. Jing saw right through it.
So he's like an inside man on Beyond's team, but playing his own game.
Exactly. He's not really loyal to Beyond, or even necessarily the association. He's loyal to, Jing.
Makes sense.
And he knows a lot about the Dark Continent, specifically the Eastern Shore. Why? Because he's read his ancestors' journal.
Don Freaks. Yeah.
New Continent Travels, East Edition. Jing uses that knowledge strategically. He convinced a bunch of the other temporary hunters on the expedition to side with him instead of just Beyond, offered them double the money Beyond was paying.
Classic Jing.
Right? So now he's effectively the second in command for the actual DC trip. It's a master stroke of using knowledge as leverage.
So what's his ultimate goal, do you think? Beyond exploring and messing with Periston. Seems like there's something deeper.
Well, connecting the dots, it probably relates back to Don Freaks. Jing is likely looking for the rumored West edition of Don's book.
The missing half.
Yeah. Or maybe he's looking for Don himself.
Don Freaks. Still alive after 300 years.
Yeah, it's a theory. Given the weird properties of the Dark Continent, maybe extreme longevity is possible. Maybe Don encountered something like the Zobe disease or found nitro rice. Who knows?
Yeah, finding his potentially immortal ancestor.
Right. Jing's personal quest seems totally tied up in understanding the continent and his own family's crazy history with it.
Okay, let's shift gears from the big picture expedition plans to the chaos on the ship. The succession war. This isn't just political maneuvering, right? It's a literal death match.
Oh, it's brutal. A real-life battle royale, completely orchestrated by King Nasubi.
And the rules are?
Chillingly simple. Only one of his 14 kids survives the voyage. That survivor becomes the next king. The Black Whale ship is the arena.
And the king wants this.
He does. His stated goal is to basically breed a sociopath, ensure only the most ruthless, survival-focused child inherits the throne. He thinks sentimentality is weakness. It's horrifyingly extreme.
It really is. And these guardian spirit beasts, they're a huge part of this, aren't they? Not just symbolics.
Huge. They're the game changer, really. Each prince goes through this ritual, the seed urn ceremony.
Seed urn, okay.
They put a drop of blood in this weird ear-shaped pot, and out comes a Nen beast, invisible to normal eyes.
But personal Nen monster.
Pretty much. This guardian spirit beast then feeds the prince an egg, which hatches into their protector.
Protector. Sounds nice.
Well, yes and no. These things are ancient Nen beasts, made by Kakin ancestors. They're parasitic and they feed on their host's aura.
Parasitic protectors, great.
They do protect their host from harm, even from Nen attacks, but they can't directly attack other hosts or other Nen beasts.
Okay, so defensive only.
Mostly. But here's a really fascinating part. Their appearance, their abilities, they're heavily influenced by the host's personality.
So, bad person, bad beast.
Generally, yeah. The more unpleasant or cruel the prince, the more grotesque and threatening their beast looks.
That's revealing.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it implies this kind of brutal succession war has happened many times before in Kakin's history, just covered up as silent revolutions or assassinations. It's a dark cycle.
Wow. Okay, 14 princes, 14 Nen beasts. It's a lot. Who are the key players we really need to watch in this deathmatch?
Right, it's a crowded field. Let's hit the highlights.
Go for it.
First, Prince Benjamin, the eldest, first in line. Cold, rational, but surprisingly loyal to his own men.
Okay. His power.
His Nen ability is successor to the stars. If one of his loyal subordinates dies specifically, someone from the Kakin King's army cadets Benjamin inherits their Nen ability.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That encourages serious loyalty and sacrifice.
Totally. He sees himself as pruning his siblings for the good of the country. Brutal pragmatism.
Okay, who else?
Prince Camilla, second princess, extremely arrogant, believes she's divinely chosen.
And her beast ability.
Her Nen beast is called the cat that lived a million times. It's a counterattack type if Camilla gets killed.
Yeah.
Her Nen beast revives her by stealing the life source of whoever killed her.
What? So killing her makes her stronger, kinda. Or just brings her back.
Brings her back, ready to fight again. And drains her killer. Plus she can manipulate people. Very dangerous.
Definitely.
Next.
Kinseridnich. Fourth prince. This guy. He's a major focus.
Why is that?
He's a terrifying Nen genius, like potentially more talented than Gon and Killua, which is saying something.
Seriously?
Yeah. And he's developed this insane specialist ability subconsciously, tentatively called 10 seconds ahead.
10 seconds ahead, what does it do?
When he closes his eyes and enters Zetsu, suppressing his aura, he sees exactly 10 seconds into the future. And during that time, his body automatically acts out what he saw.
Like perfect prediction and reaction.
Pretty much. And he's sadistic, cruel, enjoys dismembering people and calling it art.
Ugh.
And crucially, he has the last pair of scarlet eyes.
Kurapika's target. Kurapika's ultimate target. His guardian spirit beast is also super menacing. It threatens to turn people who lie to him into monsters. He's arguably the most dangerous human threat introduced so far. Just pure talent mixed with pure evil.
Chilling. Okay, who else stands out?
Prince Hulkenberg is interesting. Ninth prince. He was initially against the whole monarchy, wanted to stop the war, even kill his dad.
A reformer.
Yeah, but then the king challenged him, and now he's fully committed to winning. His Nen beast is a mutual enhancement type. It marks followers with feathers, and their individual potential gets stronger as they unite under him.
Building a powerful team.
Exactly. Then there's Prince Shurai, third prince, connected to the Shuyu mafia family, wants to avoid killing, but will if he has to.
Mafia ties. Interesting.
Yeah, his Nen beast is a complex materialization type. Drops coins that give abilities under certain conditions, and there's even a theory his real dad is the Shuyu boss.
More layers.
Always. Prince Tyson, sixth prince, princess. Her focus is spreading her Tyson's doctrine of love and peace.
A bit different from the others.
Totally. Her Nen beast collects aura from followers, gives them happiness, but punishes them if they break rules in her sacred text. Kind of cult-like.
Anyone else really key?
The twins. Kachu and Fugetsu. 10th and 11th princesses.
Right, the twins. What's their deal?
It's tragic, actually. Kachu died trying to escape the ship to protect Fugetsu.
Oh, no.
But get this, Kachu's Nen beast, 2 seasons, took on her exact appearance. It's still protecting Fugetsu, pretending to be Kachu.
Whoa, a Nen ghost protector.
That's sickly. And Fugetsu's beast, Secret Door, lets them teleport between places. Kachu's beast controls the return trip. Powerful escape tool, but heartbreaking.
That's intense. And the baby.
Prince Wobble, youngest 13th prince, just an infant, least likely successor, but crucial because Kurapika is his bodyguard.
Right, Kurapika's way in.
Exactly.
Man, it really is a whole separate drama, just with the princes and their crazy powers. It's like a mini-series happening on this boat.
It totally is, and that's before you add in all the other players.
Yeah, beyond the royals, the Black Whale is packed with other powerful groups, right? Making it even more of a tinderbox.
Absolute powder keg. You've got hunters, the Phantom Troupe, mafia. It's wild.
Let's start with Kurapika. His motivation is crystal clear and incredibly personal.
Yeah, he's there for one primary reason, Seridnich and the Scarlet Eyes. He was asked to be a Zodiac the Rat by Leorio.
Right.
He only agreed because the association offered him intel on Seridnich. So his mission is twofold.
Okay.
1, find beyond spies within the Hunter Association. He uses his dowsing gene for that, nails 1 pretty quick.
Impressive.
And 2, infiltrate the royals as Prince Wobble's bodyguard. Get close to Seridnich and, quote, convince him to return the eyes.
Convince meaning?
Well,
probably not just asking nicely.
Probably not. He's also recruited other strong hunters, Biscuit, Hanzo, Melody, to guard other princes. It maximizes his intel network.
Smart. But dangerous for him, right?
Yeah.
With Emperor time.
Extremely dangerous. Using Emperor time, his ability to use all Nen types at 100%, it literally shortens his lifespan every second it's active. He's burning his life away to do this. The stakes couldn't be higher for him.
Okay, so Kurapika's on a collision course with Seridnish. And you can't really have Kurapika around without...
The Phantom Troupe showing up. Yep.
What are they doing there? Just chaos.
Their motivation is pretty standard troop. The Kakin royal family has legendary riches. That's irresistible to them.
So they've infiltrated the ship too? Of course they have.
Of course. And what makes it even more intense is the ongoing feud. Crollo versus Hisoka.
Yeah, the Heavens Arena fight aftermath.
Exactly. Crollo beat Hisoka using that complex strategy with multiple stolen abilities, Sun and Moon, Black Voice, Gallery Fake.
A tactical nightmare for Hisoka.
Totally. But Hisoka survived, thanks to post-mortem Nen restarting his heart.
Post-mortem Nen, creaky but powerful.
Right. And now Hisoka's actively hunting the troop members.
Yeah.
He's already taken out Kropopi and Shellnark. He's not playing around.
So Hisoka's on the ship too, hunting the spiders while the spiders are hunting treasure, and Kurapika's hunting Seridnish.
It's a mess. And their backstory in Meteor City. Hints about hating human trafficking. That might tie into the Mafia presence, too.
Mafia families are there as well, seriously.
Yep. Various Mafia groups are operating on the lower decks, mostly. And surprise, surprise, conflicts are already kicking off down there. Adds another layer of violence and chaos.
So much concentrated danger.
Tell me about it. Hisoka even moved up to Tier 1, the Royal Deck, partly to avoid bumping into the troop too early down below, which just makes Tier 1 even more packed with killers.
It's a floating powder keg, like you said, just waiting to explode.
Pretty much.
Okay, let's talk about the big bads waiting at the destination. The 5 great calamities, we touched on them, but let's dive in. First, how do the Chimera ants fit in? We know how devastating they were.
Right. So the Chimera ants, they're not officially listed as one of the 5 great calamities, but it's heavily, heavily implied they came from the Dark Continent.
Like they wandered over, or from an undocumented trip.
Probably something like that. Now, in the Hunter Threat database, they're ranked B.
Just B rank. But they almost wiped out humanity. Miruum was insane.
Exactly. A B-rank threat caused over 500,000 deaths, needed Netero's sacrifice and a nuke to stop their king.
So what does that say about the actual calamities?
It gives us a terrifying benchmark, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the official calamities are ranked higher than the ants. A rank or B plus A.
So, potentially even more destructive than Miruum and the Royal Guard.
That's the implication. It shows the scale of power we're dealing with on the Dark Continent.
Yeah.
Just off the charts.
Okay, let's go through the official 5. Pap, the human-keeping beast. That sounds deeply unpleasant.
Oh, it is. A rank threat. Found northeast of Lake Mobius. Its whole deal is creepy biological horror.
How does it work?
It attaches this feeler, like a tube, to your skull. And it drains your life force, okay, standard energy vampire stuff.
But here's the twist. While it's draining you, you experience intense, overwhelming pleasure. Pleasure. While it's killing you.
Yeah. So victims become completely unwilling to break free. They're addicted to the sensation, letting themselves be consumed until they're just these shriveled husks, like little dolls.
Psychologically horrifying, weaponized pleasure.
Exactly. It plays on fundamental human drives.
And there's that fan theory connecting Pap to Gon's transformation, right?
There is, yeah. It's compelling. Gon's crazy power up against Pitu and how he looked afterwards, all withered, near death.
Uh-huh.
The visuals really match Pap's victims, that tube-like thing from his head during the transformation, the shriveled state.
So maybe Gon made some kind of unwitting deal, tapped into something like Pap.
It's possible. A desperate contract for power. And Pap is also linked to the unmanned rock, that energy source. Adds another layer.
Huh. Okay, next calamity. Brion, the botanical weapon. Sounds weird.
Yeah, Brion's mysterious. B plus A rank. Found in the ruins of Labyrinth City, north of the lake. Same place the all-curing herb is supposed to be.
The cure and the killer, side by side.
Seems like it. It's called a botanical weapon. A living plant weapon hybrid.
What does it do?
We don't know exactly. That's part of the terror. But it wiped out an entire expedition, only 2 survivors. Victims often look headless, or the stomachs are gouged out. It manifests as a sphere on the target's head.
A killer plant sphere. Okay, maybe a guardian.
That's the speculation. Guarding the ruins or the herb. Accessing the ultimate cure means facing this deadly plant weapon.
Makes sense in a twisted way. All right, Hellbell. The twin-tailed snake. This one causes homicidal tendencies.
Yeah, this one is pure psychological warfare. B plus A rank from the swamps southeast of the lake. It doesn't necessarily attack you directly.
So what does it do?
It infects people nearby with intense homicidal tendencies. Basically, it makes you want to kill everyone around you.
It turns expeditions against themselves.
Exactly. Causes utter chaos and violence. One encounter had a 99% fatality rate, mostly people killing each other. Its presence alone is enough to destroy a group from within.
That's terrifying. You can't even trust your own teammates.
Or yourself. And it's sought after for the nitro rice, the longevity secret. Another deadly pairing, chase eternal life, get immediate violent death.
Okay, hi. The gaseous life form. This is the wish granter, right? The monkey's paw.
That's the one. A rank threat, also southeast. Described as a gaseous life form or the codependency of desire.
Codependency of desire. What does that mean?
It grants wishes, feeds on that desire, maybe. But the wishes come with escalating costs. Bigger wish, bigger price.
And if you can't pay?
Failure leads to multiple, usually gruesome deaths. It's a trap.
And we've actually seen an AI, haven't we?
We have. This was a huge reveal. Nanika, the entity possessing Aluka Zoldyck, Kilua's sister.
Nanika is an A from the Dark Continent.
Confirmed. Which explains her seemingly limitless wish-granting power, but also the terrifying consequences if her demands aren't met. We saw its power and its danger firsthand through Kilua's struggle.
Wow. So one calamity is already loose, technically.
Seems like it. And AI is associated with 3 primitive water, that source of all liquid stuff. Fundamental power linked to capricious wishes.
Okay, last one. Zobe disease. The immortality disease. Sounds good, but given the context.
Yeah, immortality here is definitely a curse. B plus A rank threat south of the lake, high fatality rate.
But someone survive?
One known survivor.
Yeah.
And they did gain immortality.
So what's the catch?
The catch is complete loss of sanity. Utterly.
Oh.
This survivor has been alive for 50 years, kept in isolation, can't talk, just makes these awful fushooing sounds, and constantly self-cannibalizes.
Eats themselves.
Yeah, to regenerate. It's this horrifying loop of immortality and suffering. It challenges the whole idea of what life even means. Its existence without self.
That's possibly the worst fate imaginable.
That's up there. A total existential nightmare.
And this disease, this has a direct link to Beyond Netero's past, right?
It does. His first trip, 50 years ago, seeking Metallion. His team encountered Zobe. It killed most of them.
So he knows firsthand how horrific these things are.
He absolutely does. There's also speculation it might be inspired by a similar disease in another manga, Karakuri Circus, which also grants immortality at the cost of sanity, as another layer to its potential horror.
Okay, these calamities are something else. Shifting focus slightly, let's talk lingering mysteries. Dawn Freaks. Jing's ancestor. The legendary explorer.
Right, Don Freese. Still such an enigma. We know he wrote the East edition of New Continent Travels, the book Jing uses.
But there's supposed to be a West edition.
Exactly. Which Don is supposedly still writing. That's the mind-bending part.
Still writing after 300 years.
That's the implication. Which leads to the big question. Is Don Freese still alive out there on the Dark Continent?
How could that even be possible?
Well, the continent itself has weird properties. Maybe time flows differently, or maybe he encountered something. Zobai, nitro rice, something that granted longevity.
Became immortal, or close to it.
It's possible. It breaks all the rules. But on the Dark Continent, maybe the rules don't apply.
And there are those worlder theories that Don isn't just an ancestor, but maybe Gon's real father, making Jing more like a brother.
Yeah, that's a popular, if mind-bending, fan theory. People point to how Gon always calls Jing, never dad. Maybe it's some unconscious recognition.
Huh, that would change everything.
Totally. The whole mystery around Dawn and the Missing West edition, it feels like a huge piece of the puzzle waiting to drop. It could reveal massive secrets about the Freaks family and their connection to the continent.
Their destiny seems tied to that place. Okay, let's talk power levels again. The Chimera ants were B rank, but devastating. What does that imply about the real power ceiling on the Dark Continent?
It implies it's staggeringly high, almost terrifyingly so.
Higher than anything we've seen.
If Merum Room, who was basically a walking nuke with super genius intellect, is just B rank, or maybe lower by DC standards,
Yeah.
then what does an A rank calamity look like at full power? It raises huge questions about the limits of Nen, the limits of human ability. Are there lost civilizations out there? God-tier beings? Maybe even completely different rules for Nen or power systems we haven't encountered.
It suggests Everything we know is just the tip of the iceberg.
Exactly.
Which means even characters like Kurapika or Saradenich who are pushing Nen boundaries, they're still just scratching the surface compared to what might be out there.
Precisely. The Dark Continent is the ultimate test, the ultimate crucible. It forces you to adapt, evolve, reach totally new levels.
Or get completely annihilated.
Or get annihilated. It demands evolution, or it delivers extinction. Simple as that.
Man, it's such a massive, ambitious arc. So many characters, plots, mysteries. But, the elephant in the room is the manga's release schedule.
Yeah. The notorious hiatuses.
Right? Fans worry, will we ever actually see the end of this? It feels like we're still just setting the stage.
That's a very valid concern, and sadly, probably accurate. Despite all the complexity we've discussed, the Dark Continent arc is definitely still in its early stages.
They haven't even reached the real continent yet, still on the boat.
Exactly. We're deep into the Succession War, sure, but that's just one part of it. There are 11 princes still alive, plus all the mysteries of the continent itself. The scope is just immense.
So the future of the whole series kind of hinges on this arc progressing.
It really does. Fans are desperate to see how all these threads, Kurapika versus Saradenich, Hisoka versus the Troupe, King's Quest, Beyond's ambition, the calamities, Dawn Freaks, how it all comes together.
If it comes together.
If it comes together. The potential is there to completely reshape the Hunter x Hunter universe, push everything to the absolute limit. We just have to hope we get to see it.
Fingers crossed. Okay, wrapping up then, that was our deep dive into the Hunter x Hunter Dark Continent arc. From the geography, the history, the politics, the royal deathmatch, the terrifying threats. It really is a story pushing the limits of imagination.
It is. And what's really compelling, I think, is how the Dark Continent isn't just a place. It's like this narrative force.
What do you mean?
It reveals the core of human nature, ambition, greed, curiosity, resilience. All pushed to the extreme by its allure and its danger. Every character's journey is tied to it now.
From the king down to Kurapika.
Exactly. It forces them to confront who they are and what they're willing to become to get what they want or just to survive.
So here's a final thought to chew on. If the Dark Continent is maybe the origin of humanity and the source of its greatest threats, what does it actually mean to try and conquer it? Can you conquer your own origin? Good question. And if success requires sacrificing so much lives, morals, maybe even your sanity, like with Zobe, what kind of humanity comes out the other side? Is it still human?
Yeah. What's the point of gaining the world if you lose yourself?
Exactly. Something to think about until our next deep dive.